God, I sit here with a heart bursting with questions, tangled in worry and longing. My child becomes both memory and ache, and sometimes I cannot tell where one ends and the other starts. Every photo on the wall reminds me of different laughter, the kind I wish would echo through these rooms again. The silence that now lingers is heavy. It presses on my chest when I try to sleep, rising with me each new morning. I wonder if I missed signs, if I could have done something different. I replay the details over and over, searching for the moment I could have changed. At night, my mind is a carousel of what-ifs and why-nots, circling faster as darkness deepens. I know I am not alone in this, but loneliness sneaks in anyway. I see families who still gather, children who have not wandered, and a tightness builds inside me. Sometimes I close my eyes and fight envy, but it creeps in, along with guilt for even feeling it. I long for one more hug, one more talk, one more moment of ordinary joy. There are mornings the worry is so thick, it sits like fog on my spirit. I move through chores half present, my thoughts wandering out the window, trying to touch the distance between my prayers and my child. When a message comes, my heart races with hope and dread. What will it say? Will it tell me things are better, or reopen wounds that have barely begun to form scars? I hold my breath whenever the phone rings, waiting for news I desperately want or deeply fear. Sometimes, shame joins anxiety, slipping in with whispers, "If only you had been more patient, more loving, more prepared." Did my mistakes build the road they walk now? Did my failures open the doors to wandering? These questions keep me awake, and I bring them to you, hoping you will answer, or at least carry them with me. The stories in Scripture remind me that loss doesn't mean forgotten, and wandering doesn't mean unloved. When I read about parents who grieved, who pleaded, who waited, I feel less alone. I clutch those promises even when my hands are trembling, asking you to be faithful now as you have always been. I remind myself that you see further than I do, that you know the twists before they appear. Conversations exhaust me. Well-meaning friends who offer advice, or suggest I pray harder, trust more, hold on less, or let go more. Sometimes I want to shout, I'm already doing everything in me. But mostly, I simply smile and nod. Deep down, I know that grief doesn't fit in easy answers or tidy solutions. It's messy, and it spills out when least expected. I try not to measure my life by milestones I see in others. The graduations, the weddings, the reunions. Sometimes social media is a wound I reopen myself, scrolling through moments that remind me of what feels missing. It's hard not to compare my journey to theirs, to believe I am somehow failing. Give me eyes, God, to recognize blessings in the mundane, comfort in the waiting, and peace in your presence, even when the world says my story is incomplete. I remember how my child once looked at me with trust, small hands reaching for mine, certain I could fix any uncertainty. Now, the certainty is replaced with distance, and sometimes silence. I whisper prayers at every photo, every empty chair, every reminder of who they were, of who they still are, beneath the layers of wandering. Anxiety often feels stronger than hope. It wraps around my chest, stealing breath and quiet. On days when it's too much, I want to lay everything down. Not just my child, but my pain, my frustration, my exhaustion. Teach me that surrender isn't giving up. It's giving over. That letting go isn't neglect. It's trust in you, the author and finisher of every story. I sense the watching eyes of others, even silent, even kind. I imagine judgments that may not exist, or feel the sting of careless words. I wonder who understands and who just watches from afar, never having tasted this particular kind of heartbreak. Remind me, God, that I answer only to you, that my worth is not tied to my child's triumphs or struggles. Some days I long for a sign, a message, a dream, or any breath of assurance that you are moving, even when I see nothing. I will still choose to believe in what I cannot see. I recall stories of impossible returns, miraculous reconciliations, unexpected redemptions. Only you can turn wandering into testimony. Help me hold that hope, even when I can barely hold myself together. In the quiet, I remember my own journey. The moments I strayed, the distance I felt from love, the times I thought all hope was lost. If you didn't give up on me, I will trust you not to give up on my child. Remind me that your love is fierce, unyielding, the kind that leaves the 99 to find the one. Lord, on the hard days, let me find community among those who have walked this road. Let our shared pain become a shelter, a place to grieve without shame and hope without embarrassment. May our voices rise in faith for each other's children, not just our own, believing for homecoming still unseen. For those watching, there's a special ebook in our pinned comment called Don't Think, Trust and Surrender that can help ease anxiety symptoms. Remember, this complements but doesn't replace professional guidance. I pray the words in that book settle softly into open hearts, opening up a new way to walk through the uncertainty. Let my anxiety trigger a deeper reliance on you. When sleeplessness comes, fill the space with whispers of your promises. When panic rises, steady my heart with memories of your faithfulness. When grief wants to settle in for good, usher it out with reminders of victory and grace. I pray for other mothers kneeling by bedsides, wandering hallways, waiting with longing hearts. Let our collective prayers become an anthem, an unbroken cry reaching to your throne. Please, let none of us carry this alone. Fill us with oxytocin in every hug, serotonin in every grateful memory, endorphins in laughter, and dopamine in small steps forward. Give me wisdom for the moments we do connect. When the door opens, even just a crack. Help me offer a welcome without an agenda, patience that isn't conditional, and love that does not flinch or shame. May my words be gentle, binding wounds instead of opening old ones. Guard my heart against resentment or impatience. Let me see my child as you see them, full of potential, longing, beloved even at their lowest. Strengthen my resolve to be a safe place, not just a voice calling them back but a heart that waits without condemnation. On days when nothing changes, let endurance become the seed of my testimony. Remind me that underneath the silence, roots are growing deep, faith deepening, hope quiet but real. Teach me to rejoice in small mercies, an answered text, a memory shared, a sign that love is never wasted. Help me find joy again, even as I wait. Show me moments worth celebrating, a sunrise, a kind word, the slow unfurling of peace. Let laughter return to my home, reminders that happiness and heartbreak can coexist without canceling each other out. Protect my mind from spirals of regret. When guilt tries to write my story, fill me with truth instead. You are the one who redeems all things, who collects every tear, who rewrites what the enemy tried to erase. Teach me to speak gently to myself, echoing the grace you show each day. When I am honest, I know there are moments I've blamed you, questioned your timeline, doubted your care. Forgive my impatience, and let these doubts draw me closer, not further. You are patient enough for my questions, kind enough to hold my anger, strong enough to carry my wounds. Let my testimony be strength for others. May my journey with all its waiting and longing light a path for those one step behind. Build real community among us, where stories aren't hidden and hearts find rest. When I cannot pray, let the faith of those around me carry me for a while. Bless my home with steady hope. As the world keeps moving, help me live present in each day, savoring the moments I do have, not haunted by ones I miss. Let oxytocin from connection, endorphins from gratitude, and dopamine from progress become my healing. Give courage to my child wherever they are. Clear their vision, steady their feet. Surround them with people who show kindness, mentors who inspire, and friends who reflect your love, even unknowingly. If reconciliation feels impossible, remind me nothing is too far gone for you. For every never I whisper, teach me to say maybe, because you delight in the impossible. Where my words fail, let your spirit move, bridging every distance, healing every wound. Keep hope alive, even on silent days. There is no expiration on your faithfulness. Let my perseverance be an anchor for others watching. My neighbors, my friends, my younger children who see how I walk through this valley. Make my home a place always ready for return. Light in the window, arms open, rules wrapped in grace. May acceptance not diminish my standards, but transform them into welcome. Teach me the art of loving with boundaries but never with walls. Turn each sleepless night into a seed of compassion. Let what I learn in pain become wisdom I share without pride. When another mother weeps, let her find comfort in my journey, believing she too is never alone. Give me peace that doesn't depend on return, but rests in your character. Layer my mind with peace that surpasses understanding and joy that is fierce enough to outlast disappointment. Make my waiting places holy ground. God, let my child feel my love wherever they are, so strong it follows them into every dark room, every new city, every silent regret. May that love be a steady whisper underneath all the noise, a pull they cannot escape. I trust that love is never wasted, even when it looks like it disappears into an empty chair or unanswered message. Remind me that my prayers do not end at the walls of my house but are carried on your breath, working even when I cannot see. Each day, show me a new mercy, a reason to keep rising. Let hope be the sunrise that never fails, pulling me forward. When I falter, catch me in your arms. Remind me that you are strong enough for both my waiting and my weeping. Let community continue beyond this moment. If these words have touched any tired or worried mother, spark the courage to like, to share, and to reach out. May this prayer circle grow ever wider, so no one has to battle anxiety or heartbreak alone ever again.